All right, let's get busy. How we feeling? Yeah. On three, let's do it. You guys ready?
Yeah.
1, 2. All right, I'll take it. All right, good stuff. So we're starting out with some mobility, alternating, thread the needles, 4-point stance here. Pull or push or thread, I should say, one arm through. Try to drop your shoulder, rotate your upper body toward the ground, push your hips back. There's a lot to think about, but we're gonna come back to it. We're gonna do 3 minutes of alternating thread the needles. All right, let's go. Here we go. Warm up. Anywho, on 3, give me a clap, and we're gonna reset this month. You ready? 1, 2. All right, so we have 2 exercises. One's cardio component, bike row, jump rope, running place. I'm gonna suggest doing something that's quick, not the bike or the row, although it's an option. But I want you to get to that next exercise quick, okay? Because it's quick. Today's Power Week, or this is Power Week, so we need to be moving quickly, even from exercise to exercise. Partials. You're gonna do a partial row. It's actually 1.5 rows, we're going to call it. I'm just putting this here for somebody at home for the video, but you guys are going to use the rig, and you're also going to be standing up this way. Okay? So, first part of the movement is just pulling those shoulder blades back, and then you're going to do a full row. Make sure if you're at home, you have a couch or something that's not going to go anywhere. So, pinch your shoulder blades back, and then do it slow. Yeah. Right? So, if you're standing up, same rules apply, but ideally we're looking to do a half rep, just move those shoulder blades back, and then do a full rep, but initiate the movement with those shoulder blades pulling back, okay? So it's gonna be 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, and we're gonna start every 90. Pay attention to what muscles you're feeling with that, because we're gonna be using them a lot later on in the work period. Pendlay rows are the focus exercise for today, so that's where we're at as far as warm up. Any questions, comments? No, I get it. Do a little pre-exhaust, as the nerdy bodybuilders will say. Pre-exhausting the muscle, getting the muscle and the joints primed up for the joint action that's going to take place. So your primary exercise today is going to be the Pendlay row, and I'll get to that in a second. But we're going to do 2 exercises before we get to that main lift. Because you guys know on Strength and Power Week we have 6 basic exercises that we build every program around. And Pendlay row is one of them. It's one of the 6 core exercises that we feel that everybody should kind of master at some level. But here's how it's going down. Every 3 minutes you're going to start a new round. Okay? Your first exercise that you're starting with is going to be a hollow hold. Right? Really simple stuff. Starting from a supine position, tuck that butt, bring that lower back into the ground, point those toes, squeeze the quads, reach for the ceiling, creating a half moon. Everything in the front part of my body is contracted, and I'm vibrating a little bit already. We're doing 30 seconds here. Okay, once you're done with that, I'll say switch, and you're gonna head into the opposite. Okay, still trying to keep that strong core position. Right? Squeeze your glutes, keep that trunk nice and tight. Now you're going to bend your elbows and retract your shoulder blades again like you just did with those rows. But you're going to hold this mid push-up position. That's going to be very taxing for your upper body, especially your triceps. Okay, you're going to do 20 to 30 seconds here. Okay, once you're done with that, then, and not until then, do you move into your Pendlay rows. Okay, Pendlay row is a bent over row, meaning you're folding over at your waist, keeping that back nice and flat. And you're using a barbell, dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever you got, but you're doing rows right to your belly button, okay? While your back stays flat. We call them Pendlay row instead of a bent over row because you're stopping every rep on the ground and starting from a dead stop position, okay? Looking to use those same muscles in the upper back, okay? But wait, there's more. We're doing a 5-second negative. Okay, so you're going to come up off the ground as fast as possible. That's Power Week. That's speed. Training for speed is how you increase your power. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you're working on that 5-second negative. trying to feel those upper back muscles contract slowly and fight gravity on the way down. Does that make sense? You're doing 5 reps with a 5-second negative. Cool? Easy breezy. Every 3 minutes, you're going to start back at the top and rinse and repeat. You're probably going to get about a minute to a minute and a half rest every round. Excuse me, and we're doing 6 rounds. Make sense? Cool. If you guys are looking to hit any PRs or personal best weights this week, it's probably not going to happen because you're doing 2 exercises that are geared up to tax your muscles a little bit before heading into that primary moving exercise. So you can still build strength, you can still build power, but as far as hitting any PRs this week, it's probably not going to happen. So think about that when you're using your weights and you're figuring out what weights you should be using.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Alright, so it should be like mid, maybe like mid.
Yeah. And again, this, if you, especially we don't do them, we only do them on hypertrophy week or sometimes during power week. That negative, those muscles are working the whole entire 5 seconds on the way down. You do that for 5, that's 25 seconds, 30 seconds under tension, plus the 2 other exercises. I mean, it's a lot before heading into that. So start lighter and then work your way up, obviously. Progressive overload across the board always with our programming here. Now, that being said, if you can't get that 5-second negative, maybe you don't go heavier. Maybe you stay with that weight and just work on that form and maybe slow that 5 seconds down. What's going to start to happen in the beginning, maybe you do a solid 5 seconds, a real, true 5 seconds. And then as you get tired, maybe that 5 seconds is maybe like 3 because you can't hold that weight up. Make sense? Cool. Again, this is barbell setup. Whoever can use it, it's already set up. But if you don't, if you're using dumbbells, all we got to do is just stack something so you can place those dumbbells onto a platform and still do that movement and also start from the stop position. Okay, and that's easy to do. Just build some platforms. We can use the rig. Folks at home, you can use something, table, bench, or maybe you have the range of motion that you can go all the way down and touch the ground. Okay, now that's that 5 on 3. So I'm not going to say 3. 3 is going to be the clap. Got it? 1, 2. Oh! Shit. Whoa! Wow. That's some energy right there, baby. Let's go. All right, here's how it's going down, folks. Your finisher is going to be every 2 minutes and a minute. You're going to start a new round. Each round consists of kettlebell swings is your first exercise. That thing is fucking going bananas right now. Push your hips back, get into that hinge position. Hold that kettlebell towards you, activate the lats. Now tell me what the prime mover is in a kettlebell swing.
Glutes.
Glutes, what else?
Hips.
Hips, what else?
Core.
Ah. Core? Perfect. Give me more specific.
Shoulders.
Hinge. When you're in that hinge position.
Hip flexors.
Yes, you're pulling back in your hip flexors, but when you're here, boom, here, lower back. You were just in that position with your bent over row. So that lower back's gonna be taxed even more. Okay? 10 swings. Next up, alternating dumbbell snatch. So, deadlift position here, another hinge position, so that lower back's gonna be taxed even more, hamstrings are gonna be opened up even more. The idea is to drive your hips into the floor and pull that dumbbell up nice and close to your body. Keep it close. Okay, alternating, getting a little bit of jump, just to show the power or the speed at which you need to carry that weight up and through. If you go too light, it's gonna be all shoulders, and you're not gonna get that cardio component or that power component. Okay? It's low reps, it's only 4 each. Next up, goblet squats. Take that kettlebell you were just using. We're gonna do 9 reps. Keep that kettlebell close to your body. Nice and low, pop the hips. Okay? 9 reps. I may bring that back down, but let's start with 9. Now, next up, V-ups. Starting in a supine position every time. Flatten your back. Big exhale on the way up, reach. If you can, touch your toes. If not, don't worry about it. Ha! And then back down. Okay, we're doing 100 of those. I hear the laughter.
Not all at once. I saw the 100.
But not all at once. So you're going to chip away at it, exactly. So you're going to do those first 3, Every 2 minutes in a minute, you're gonna start and go through those first 3 and then chip away at those V-ups. Okay, you got 6 attempts to get them done. Let's go.